Alright, so I'm making one big meal for New Year's Eve. And the first dish is a soup. And it's all vegetables, just green onion. This is a Chinese radish, and I regret buying it because I thought it would be the same as Korean radish. But it's much more pungent, and I don't really like it. And then lastly, ginger. And you probably don't need to peel any of this because young ginger skin is edible. For radish, I actually don't know if you have to peel it at all either. And there are a few ways to cut the radish, but I go for smaller slices and then vertical cut. And usually when you make something like this, you're supposed to add maybe a tiny bit of pork, or maybe if you have leftover bones or something, you could put it in here. But if I'm eating it with a bunch of other dishes, I usually just like vegetables, salt, water, nothing else. And trying to make this without radish will not work. If you only have cabbage, you kind of need some sort of stock to make it taste like anything. But if you have radish, you can kind of get away with not having anything else. The ginger, usually people just put it in whole so they can take it out later, but I don't like straining stuff. I like eating everything, so I just slice it. And same with the cabbage, just slice across. And again, I'm not using stock here, just water. And I don't want to fill it all the way up because the vegetables will also release their water. And then I just cook on medium heat until the radish is cooked. And then another vegetable side dish is just some king oyster mushrooms cut into small chunks. And I had so many of these, I had to put back half of it in a different container. I'll probably use it tomorrow for maybe fried rice, maybe a different dish. And this is me checking on the soup. Still needs seasoning. And maybe one day I'll figure out what else to add to this soup, but I think if the radish is good, it doesn't really need anything. And this, what I'm putting in here is definitely not enough salt for the whole soup. So I usually adjust at the very, very end. And then this is cooking the mushrooms. I just fry in a little bit of oil. And eventually the mushrooms will release water and then just stir it around. And in that little bowl on the side is what I'm going to season the mushrooms with, which is a little bit of oyster sauce thinned out with soy sauce. Could probably also add something like sambal or something to this too, but I don't have any. And I add Chinese cooking wine just because I like the smell. It also makes the dish slightly sweeter. add the sauce. And a good amount of black pepper. And just stir it in. And the last part of the dish is just the meat. I think this is thinly sliced ribeye. It was frozen, so I didn't preheat my pan enough, but in the end, it was fine. And I leave this completely unseasoned because I want to make kind of a condiment salad. And to make the salad, I think you're supposed to use garlic chives, but I just use green onions, black vinegar, a tiny bit of soy sauce, a little bit of honey, and then a packet of this dried fermented chili powder. I don't know what this is called, but I made my Chinese friend buy this for me a long time ago. If I run out, I'm screwed. I don't know how to buy this anymore. So it's the same thing you dip lamb skewers and stuff in. Oh, I also had sesame oil. And I mix it all together. And this is what I eat with the meat to season it. And I give it a taste. Should be slightly strong by itself. And then I serve it with the mandatory 6 servings of rice. And I laid out rice, meat, mushrooms in a plate, and the little green onion dish on the side to eat with the meat. And also, this is probably the best thing in this meal is the salad, the green onion salad. Oyster mushrooms are always good, an easy side dish. And also, I didn't know that most people don't eat this much rice, but this is a standard in our family. And, oh yeah, the soup. I didn't really like the soup because I should have bought Korean radish instead of Chinese radish. I'm never buying this ever again. I could probably save the soup by adding chicken stock and just eating it with rice. But anyways, Happy New Year, everyone. Have a nice rest of your day.